But we are going to get their dogs out, get ready for Space Coast. We just went to a random park. We're going to get them on there, see how confident they are, how comfortable they are being in a new environment, and then get them ready for Friday. Come on, little boaters. The Space Force down to Patrick Air Force Base. And this is pretty cool. My dad was military, so when we came through the gates, we always had to get ID'd. We always had to make sure we were legit, all that stuff. We literally just walk in and they just wave and point by 2 cars. They're with us. So the things that you get to do because you know how to work a dog is crazy, man.
Insure for Disney.
Alright everybody, it's November 7th, it's Thursday, before the competition. We got Boot out there. We got a little demon child back there too. Apparently she crazy. Bull herder. I don't know why anybody would own a bull herder. So y'all know we preach this peace.
She's great.
Mission. Yeah, let her tell it. So, but we're headed to meet Dan at the garage, move the obstacles to the competition, help set up. So you guys are gonna get to see that. Swinging a minivan in Florida. They can't drive out here, but y'all stay tuned, man. It's gonna be a fun day setting up.
Hi.
They're hurtful and mean.
They are?
Yes.
Happy birthday, old man. How old are you?
75.
Alright, so Drill finally made it. There you go. Twin, say what's up to the people, man. They've been asking about you.
What's that?
So y'all see the field right now, it's pretty bare. Not much out here. But we're setting up everything. It's gonna be fun, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mic check, mic check.
mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Nights like this.
Alright, so we just finished setting up the course and had the dogs go through. All the obstacles are relatively safe.
They're all safe.
Not relatively, they're all safe. How do you think tomorrow's going to go?
I think it's going to be awesome.
How many dogs?
33, 34 dogs.
That's a lot of dogs, people. And then how many civilians versus how many law enforcement?
I want to say it's pretty much 50-50. So half and half. Half civilians, half law enforcement.
Well, you guys, stay tuned, stay safe, stay sharp. Just take care of your dog. It's hot. I think we're in Rockledge right now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but we're down here for the Space Coast Police Dog Competition. And one of our favorite photographers was like, hey, you know, we got to get some photos. And y'all see, I don't dress up too often. I do the dog stuff with slobber, and I got some cool photos like that, but we don't have any pretty photos. So we're going to get some. Henrik is already going out there getting some of him and Dax. And Louis Barr is doing his thing. So y'all are going to see what it takes to get some pretty cool photos, man. Anything you want to say?
Figure it out.
Don't ask my bitch.
What up, everybody? Stan Smith from Iron Sharp K9, and this is the calm before the storm. As you see, the crowd is not cheering and roaring and applauding, and the dogs are not dogging, but we're about to do a walkthrough. We're going to video some of the other handlers as well. Henrik is already out there. The Space Coast Police Dog Competition. It's about communication and it's about speed. So this is going to be a fun day, people. So you guys get to see what happens before, during, and even after. So Jamil might cry if we four-peat. He said he might shed some tears. So y'all got to stay tuned to see if he cries. He might even talk.
I might.
So Henrik is doing a run through or a walk through with his dog. He jumped on top. And this is what it's about, people.
Yeah, yeah. Up. Yeah. Up. Yeah, yes. Yes, good job. Platz. 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 Okay. Oh, der war nicht Platz. Aus. Hopp. Okay. No. Hopp. Yes, good job. No. Okay. Okay.
Did it.
Go, 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 go. Yes. Good job.
Yeah.
Good boy.
All right, so we got Booter out here. We're gonna walk him through the course. After every obstacle, he's gonna get a reward, so he understands that there is benefit for him to go through the obstacles successfully. Successfully? That's the word I was looking for. So we're in competition mode. We're not in entertainment, but we gotta do both. So y'all stay tuned, man. Up. Good boy. Up. Good boy. Relax. Nope, relax. Let's go! Yes! Good boy. Good. Out. Through. Nope. Come on. Through. Yep. Good boy. Through. Out. Up. Up. Easy, easy. Go through this. Through. Through. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Let's go. Come on. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Up. Come on. Nope. Up. Come on. No. Out. Up. Let's go. Through. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Up, 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 up. Come on. What up, everybody? Stan Smith from Iron Sharp K9. And we're here with one of, no, I'm not going to say he's one of my favorite people. No, I'm just messing. We're here with Dan Rhodes. Tell us a little about yourself, how we interacted, our first interaction, where we met, and then we'll talk about this competition.
Okay, the first interaction we had was at America's Top Dog when we were out in California together, and that's
and that's it. He did a whole lot better on America's Top Dog. He told stories. He elaborated. But yeah, we did meet on America's Top Dog. There was what, 5 of us or 6 of us, including the alternate.
Yeah, five, and then the alternate.
And we all were from different parts of the country. There was North Carolina, Don, Texas, Florida, and then the 2 from Cali, and then Duval from Live PD.
Yeah, he's from
Texas,
somewhere in Texas.
I think down in like Houston or somewhere. But yeah, so we had no clue who each other were, and you know, we kicked his ass in the obstacle course. And then there was the dreaded boneyard where we had to go and do like a building search, and that wasn't what we did. And we were actually sitting there after you had found all 5 items in like 4 minutes and something ridiculous. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, I suck. I hate myself. My dog sucks. And he looks over and he's like, hey, go ahead, tell him what you said, Dan. I'm gonna make these people talk. Dan and Jamil are both going to talk today.
So I look over at Stan. I go, it's not your dog, it's you. He's like, what do you mean? And I go, your dog's indicating, your dog's showing a change in behavior. You're just not reading it. You haven't been working long enough to notice the change in behavior. So Stan took that as I said he was a bad handler, which I was not.
I was. It was the truth.
But no, but he's grown so much in the past several years since I've known him. Now I wouldn't want to compete against him. It wouldn't be fair. He'd probably kick my butt. So
well, I don't know on that drug detection part. Still, Bear's an OG. And then he was like, hey, you know, if you're ever in Florida, we put this competition on, and it was primarily a all law enforcement division. There was no civilians allowed in it, and he made an exception for us. And what was that? Was 4 or 5 years ago now?
So this is our 6th year putting this on, so 5.
Yep. So it was about 5 years ago. And we come out here and it's a great time. And what I like about this competition is you have to work with your dog. It's not something that the dog can do on their own. You guys are literally having to work on a team. And what was the basis behind you starting this competition?
So when we started this, so I've been a canine handler since 2012, and I had my first dog was, I don't want to say he was not cut out to be a law enforcement or a police dog, because it takes certain traits to be a police dog. And when I went to my lieutenant and I said, hey, LT, we have a problem. There's an officer safety issue. I need to retire this dog. He basically looked at me and goes, well, your canine career is over. We have no money or no ability to get you another dog. So basically you're going back to the road, and all this hard work, the 6 months of patrol school you went to is over. And I'm like, right, I've really put some blood, sweat, and tears into this, and it's over that quick? He's like, yeah, we have no money for it. Dang. So I actually competed down in Boynton Beach, and Boynton Beach had the similar thing happen where the city was going to discontinue their canine unit. The outcry from the city eventually stopped that, and they had a canine competition that funded their complete canine unit for Boynton Beach. And that's how this all started. Was I go, it's not acceptable for citizens to not have the ability of a dog. The dogs are invaluable for what they do in locating drugs, bad guys, anything that they do. They're an invaluable tool that we use to protect the citizens, officers, actually criminals. They're invaluable tools for us in law enforcement.
And they're not only used to find like bad guys, they're also used to find people that wander off and children and stuff like that, when they do the tracking.
Correct. So, they find kids, like we just found a 12-year-old kid that had autism, ended up tracking him and finding him safe, just wanders off, and several kids that have disabilities and stuff like that. So, So how do people learn about this competition for next year if they do want to sign up? What's the process? There's a process. We have a website, Space Coast Police Canine. If you Google that, go to that website, and there's an application you actually have to fill out. So all of our competitors, civilian and non-civilian, are vetted, and they're all ran through a process. So everybody that comes out here is going to have a good quality dog. So they're going to put on a show. There's not going to be any out of control, loose, animals or anything like that. So everybody that's coming here is an experienced handler. They're well known on what they do, and they put on a good show and show off their dogs, show off their abilities, and show off the police canines also. So what would you tell somebody, give us 2 things that you would tell a new handler or even an experienced handler about something that you learned from the dog world? Patience. Patience is the first thing. Usually it's a communication issue, whether it's between going up leash or down leash to a dog. Patience, and then love your dog. Your dog will do more for you if he loves you rather than if he fears you or anything like that. If your dog loves you, they'll do anything for you. Yep. They'll at least try. Yeah. And that's all you can ask for. So we keep preaching patience and care, and it's unanimous, people. This is what it takes to have a good dog. And Dan's out on the road and he pulls somebody over, he's got to have that dog, and knowing that he's going to have his back. When he pops that door, he doesn't need to wonder, is my dog going to go chase a squirrel, or is the dog going to come help me in that situation? So build a bond, build a relationship with your dog, people. And as always, stay tuned, stay safe, stay sharp, and just take care of your dog. Thanks, sir.
All right, everybody, Stan Smith from Iron Sharp Canine, and we are here I'm with Justin Tucker here. I'm with Hero Dog Canine Training in Waynesville, North Carolina.
Are you with Justin or are you Justin?
I am Justin. I don't want to be sometimes.
This is easy, man. This is easy. So, you're a decoy, and most people say that decoys probably have a screw or 3 loose. I do it, so I know I have a couple. What got you into being a decoy, and what do you like about it?
Well, I guess the main part of it is I am an Iraq War veteran, and the whole idea of camaraderie with other decoys and trainers, and the idea of that action. It's something that we're lacking being out of the military. That whole action pack thing that we did, in the infantry. As a civilian, we don't have that. So I figured with decoying, that was the closest thing to combat that I could get to, and that's where I've been since 2018.
How long were you in the military for?
I served 4 years, 19 weeks, 1 combat deployment to Iraq in 06. Unfortunately, I was wounded in combat by a hand grenade, September 26, 2006. So unfortunately, I did get medically discharged from the military, but I've tried to serve my community as a dog trainer and as a local veteran, helping out other veterans.
Interesting. And how long have you been doing the dog stuff for?
Well, I started dog training in about 2014 when I got my first dog, Roxy. Everybody originally remembers me with Roxy, the PTSD service dog. It's a little blue brindle pit bull dog that literally took me to Hollywood, California.
Very nice.
2018, we won the American Humane Hero Service Dog of the Year. So if it wasn't for Roxy, my whole claim to fame with dog training and stuff probably wouldn't be here. So everything goes to Roxy.
Man, it's funny how everybody has that. If I didn't have this one dog, I wouldn't be here. And I mean, you had a Roxy and I had a Rocco.
Yeah.
So it's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's got to be the whole rock part of it.
Yeah,
it's strong, steady.
the rock
always there.
stars
Rock
at the
stars,
end of the day.
rock steady. Exactly.
So what is your favorite thing about decoying besides the camaraderie?
The whole idea of decoying for me is just, again, it's an outlet for me with PTSD. Just the whole idea of being able to suit up like we did in the Army with our body armor and basically go into combat because it's just an apex predator, and you're basically having to, fight for your life, against an apex predator. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
You win some, you lose some.
And, I'm a product of that where, unfortunately, when you fall off the horse, you got to get back on.
Yeah.
I was unfortunately bit in the face September 23rd of this year, and I've not been in a bite suit since. And so Space Coast here is going to be my my outlet for coming back now.
There you go.
So
you haven't caught any dogs since
nothing.
then?
The only thing I've done with my bite suit is put it in the washer machine and wash the blood off it. Like, I ain't talked to it or nothing. I don't even want to look at it. But
So that's one thing that people always ask. They're like, Stan, have you been bit? I'm like, yeah, I've been bit more times than I can even remember.
Yep.
Luckily, I haven't caught any like that. I've been lucky enough to only caught 1 tooth.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty quick. I'm 1 tooth stand.
yeah, the whole meme, you got to be quicker than that.
Yeah.
I learned. So.
It's a game of inches. I mean, there's been times where I've had dogs like right there. You're like, oh shit.
Yep.
So
And the thing is, you can't train enough for a job that can potentially kill you.
Yeah,
And when you're playing with patrol dogs, they're not regular dogs. These are apex predators,
and they were
designed to do one thing.
Yeah.
To do
one thing and do
Yeah.
that one thing very well.
And that dog did it perfectly.
Yeah, he did his job, and then that's the funniest part. Like, you can't be mad at the dog for doing what they were supposed to.
No, and that's the thing. Like, you can't get mad. Praise that dog, but I feel bad for the next suspect that dog encounters.
Because he's like, ooh, that bite, ooh, it made him scream.
And that's the thing. I didn't scream. I didn't do nothing. I just sat there kind of in a panic, like, I'm in a dog's mouth right now. Kind of like an alligator, like, well, how I got to this point. So,
I've never been in an alligator's mouth, and I don't plan on that.
It was a Dutchie, so close enough to an alligator.
That's hilarious.
And
That's
Dutchies,
hilarious.
man.
So, what I've been asking people that are in the dog world, what is something that you can tell somebody who's already in the dog world or even potentially thinking about getting into the dog world?
The biggest thing is find people that support you. Go to people that you can trust that will mentor you, that are not going to sit there and belittle you or make you feel a certain type of way. You need to go to those people that will support you no matter if you've had a good day or a bad day. And the best thing to do is just have the motivation and drive to to do it. Like if this is what you want, it's passion. It's not just a regular, a thing to just pick up. Like you got to be very passionate to be in the dog world, and you got to have hard skin because there's always people that are gonna tell you what you should have done. I've heard it. Trust me, I've been ridiculed already. But the thing is, you just gotta have it in your heart that this is what you want to do, and just do it better from the last time.
And does it happen overnight?
It does not. I've been doing. I've been practicing decoy since 2018, and it's still every day I'm learning something. Whether if it's from sport dogs protection or patrol canine, I'm learning something every day. And the biggest thing is just being around people that support you.
Yeah. So as you guys are hearing through this little series we're doing, every handler is saying the same thing. You got to be passionate about it. You have to take your time and realize that you are working, and you're never going to know everything that you need because there's going to be a different kind of dog, there's going to be a different kind of handler, and you have to be able to explain these things to people. So I appreciate you taking the time out.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, man.
Set up and stuff. We'll probably do some more of these.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see how this turns out. You know, I'm not the best on camera, but hopefully I'm better at decoy work.
So let the people judge. Where or can they find you? They can look at your work.
Well, I post a lot of my stuff on Hero Dog Canine Training on Facebook and Instagram. I need to get better on my TikTok, but I guess that's a learning process, just like anything else.
And say it again. It's
Hero Dog Canine Training, and I'm based out of Western North Carolina and Central Florida.
And that's on Facebook and
Instagram
and YouTube. You got a YouTube yet?
I feel like that's old school.
Hey, YouTube is the one.
It's the man to know.
That's the one you want to get on.
I guess I need to get better with my social media there.
There you go, man.
So,
well,
hey, Stan, thank you so much, man.
Get back on that horse.
Yeah, man.
Take care of your dog, people. Here with somebody who had a viral video. I'm scrolling through Instagram, and I see this dog. I'm actually going to let you tell the story.
So my name's Lauren Donaldson. I work for the Brevard County Sheriff's Office. My patrol dog is Canine Zeppelin.
He's a gangster.
And we're on a high-risk traffic stop, felony traffic stop on the top of a bridge, which is the 528. It's about 75 feet above water. The vehicle crashes there, and the deputies get there, and we all go to work. And after the suspects were apprehended, they kind of gave up with one of our other handlers' dog got there first. So we're running up, saw that they're getting detained, so we started running back to our cars because we had to move all the vehicles out of the way for ambulances and the rest of everybody to get there. Mm-hmm. And we're just running back, and he saw the edge of the bridge, which is a balcony, kind of guardrail thing, concrete block, and he thought it was an obstacle or something that we train on and something that we just encountered 5 days before. Right after physical apprehension, he had jumped over a cement wall just like that, and I think he thought that's okay, this is what we do next, and he jumped and went all the way over, and luckily I had some good equipment, and I was on his collar, and I was able to reel him back in, hand over hand, and grabbed his harness and pulled him back over. So if it wasn't for his leash, his harness, and his collar, I might not be sitting here talking to you guys today because I probably wouldn't be employed. But
yeah,
so
and he's not a small dog either.
He's not. He weighs about 75 pounds with his gear on, so he's big for sure.
Yeah, I'm scrolling and I was like, I sent her a message. So I was like, hey, how did you feel about that?
So it was just,
how did you feel in that moment?
It was just like, oh my gosh, like typical Malinois. They're so spunky and they don't do anything slow, so everything they do is fast. Fast. Think about the consequences later.
Yeah.
So that's what it was, and I still love a Mallee. They're a little crazy and tenacious, but
I would never own a Mallee. No.
75 feet is a long way down.
That is.
So luckily,
and it's water down there?
It's water down there, but you would have hit the water so hard.
It'd have been like concrete.
You probably would have knocked him out. He probably would have survived the fall, but he would have knocked out and possibly drowned. And then there was no way for me to get down and get to him fast. So luckily our helicopter was up. So if something did happen, I would have been able to, holler at them, at least put a spotlight on them so one of us could get down there. But
yeah,
luckily it didn't come to that. So
yeah, man.
I can't express the importance of good equipment, checking your equipment, and buying not Amazon collars unless it's from a reputable business. So.
And what was the brand of the collar, leashes, and stuff?
It was a Hermspringer collar. It's just like a fur saver choke collar. Then the leash was a Canine Tactical Gear double ply, 15-foot custom lead. I have them make me. And then the harness is I'm drawing a blank on it. They're made out of Canada. They're ballistic vests. I'm drawing a blank on it.
Hey, raise
No.
your hand. No.
Not
You
right
can
now.
you can Google it. Canada
God, it's
harnesses.
driving me crazy. We'll have to
Do that
We'll
one.
get back to that.
You do your own research. So let's actually rewind a little bit. How long have you been employed as an officer?
So
Or
I've been
y'all
with
are officer, sheriff.
Yep, sheriff. So I've been with Sheriff's Office for 14 years, almost 15. I started out supervising inmates at the work farm for about 3 years, went to the police academy, and then I've been a deputy for over 10, almost 11, and I've been in K-9 for 6 of those 11 years.
So how is it being a female handler?
So for a while, I was the only one in the entire county. And we have a very large county, a lot of police departments and stuff. I like being the only female patrol dog handler. We have a couple female single purpose handlers that run drug and bomb dogs. And then we had a female bloodhound handler. But we still do. And it's great. Like the guys are welcoming, and I don't think I'm at any more of a challenge or disadvantage being, one of the only girls with all the guys. I enjoy it a lot. I like being, in this career field, the numbers are always top heavy with male to female ratio, so it doesn't bother me being the only girl.
Yeah. And then you come out here and your dog always does pretty good at
Yeah, well, he's
the
fast.
competition.
He's very fast, and he's a strong little guy and gives his life to the cause. So that's not necessarily on me, it's on him. I mean, I don't do bad on the obstacle course, but he's way faster than me.
Yeah.
So I slow him down on the obstacle course.
But you guys are working together.
We are. We're a
And
good team.
Has he been the only dog you had?
Nope, he's my second dog. My first dog was a 89-pound German Shepherd, black German Shepherd named Johnny Cash.
That's a big
and
dog.
he actually is retiring today from North Myrtle Beach Police Department in South Carolina. So,
Nice.
yeah, so he's been there for about 3-4 years now.
And then Zeppelin is the one you have now.
Zeppelin is
And
who
how
I
old
have.
is he?
He's 6.
He's 6.
Yeah.
Hey, that dog moves like he's 2 years old.
Yeah, he acts exactly the same way as the day I got him, you
Yeah.
know, so he's fast and fun and doesn't age, other than his face. He's gray.
Yeah, he got a little bit of grays on
He's
there.
gray, but he acts like he's 2.
And those grays does not transfer into wisdom.
No.
All right, so the last thing we're going to ask, if somebody is trying to get into the dog world or already in the dog world, what are like 2 pieces of advice that you could give them?
So obviously they're working dogs. I have a soft spot in my heart for a dog that has a job to do. Know what you're getting into. Dogs are a lot of work. Every breed is completely different. It's about what you can handle and what environments and exposures you can put your dog into to be the best working dog team and law enforcement capabilities, civilian, search and rescue and cadaver work and stuff, or even just breeding dogs. Just, the purpose of it is to preserve, the bloodlines and, attributes that you want in those canines to carry it on for the rest of their lives. And just, go with it with your heart and soul and research, take every little piece of information everybody gives you. And if you like it, work with it. If you don't like it, forget about it. But, just, open yourself up, go to seminars, watch things on the internet, it's just immerse yourself in the community because everybody will help you out.
Yeah. And then you just got to put in the work.
Put in the work. Put in there
That's-
every single day.
And it doesn't happen overnight. It's not going to be one of those things you're going to watch one video and your dog's going to be perfect. It's not how it works, people. You got to put in the time, effort, and you got to get out there yourself.
You do.
The dogs, like you said, your dog can be at this level, but if you're down here, you're going to be hurting your dog.
Right, 100%. It's a team effort.
There you go. Well, I appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah.
You guys stay tuned, stay safe, stay sharp, and just take care of your dog.
I am Tyler Brooks with the United States Air Force, and, well, it's now the Space Force. I'm stationed in Space Force Base, but I'm still an Air Force military working dog handler.
And how long have you been a handler?
About 7 years.
And what is your favorite part about being a handler?
Having a companion that I know is always going to have my back, and it's even on, like, your worst days when you don't need somebody to talk to, but you can just have them listen. They're always a listening ear, no matter what.
So you think the bond that you have with the dog
Yes.
is very, very important?
Yes.
And what are one ways that you start developing a bond with a dog?
So with us, when we're assigned to a dog, we start with about a week or 2 of what we call rapport training, which could be sitting in the kennel with the dog, getting this dog used to you, or feeding the dog every day when they get fed out of your hand. So they're used to, oh, hey, this is my new mom. Then it starts off like not giving commands, because you don't want to start off this dog barely knowing you, giving correction, and they're like, excuse me, who are you? Why are you doing that to me? So building that initial rapport and that bond is extremely important.
And how long do you say that process usually takes?
It's always growing.
There you go.
It's always, every single day it can get stronger and stronger and stronger.
Now, that's one thing people always ask, well, I just got this brand new dog. What do I need to do? Well, one, allow the dog to grow up. The dog's 8 weeks old. Why do you want it to be finished already? So you have to take time. So is there anything you can do to rush the process?
No, it's time. It's time, dedication. You have to put in the effort. You can't pull a dog Monday, Wednesday, Friday and expect it to perform Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You have to be consistent, always consistent, and you have to put in the work, because if you don't put the work into the dog, why would the dog put the work back into you?
I agree. Your dog is going to be a reflection of you. And I think that's one of my favorite things. People are like, I've been working with my dog. Watch this. I'm like, you haven't. Like, the dog's telling on you. And then you can tell the people that have.
And I personally am learning from that. So I am with a new dog. He has really bad anxiety. He's one that he wants his toy. He does. And he will bite his leash out of anxiety. He will bite gear sometimes out of anxiety. And so he's really dependent on rapport. And I thought I was doing all right, pulling him, until we started to do more detection problems and finding odor and whatnot. And he was punking me pretty good. And we ended up, my trainers and I sat down, and we ended up, he made it for me, a training plan that it has me, pulling him right off the bat, 30 minutes in the morning, going on a walk. Go walk with your dog. Go spend time with your dog, out of the kennel facility, out of the training yard, and building that rapport to the point now, like, we're still working on the end of the detection problem, because he's still, the different stimulus. It's a little bit harder, but I can out him.
And what do you mean when you say the problem?
So the detection problem. So, he is our narcotics dog. So his nose is phenomenal. He can be barking at me wanting the toy and encounter odor, and he's going to find that odor.
So where's the problem at?
He wants his toy.
So he's not motivated enough to go look for the toy until he smells the odor?
He would rather odor unlocks the toy, and he knows that. But I personally think some of the anxiety that comes from that is he doesn't think he's going to get his toy back.
Makes sense.
Because it is such a huge reward for him, that in our obedience sessions, we do a continuous reward system, or different reward systems. Then he knows he's going to get the toy back, where I can kind of punk him out of it, and then put him in his kennel and verbal praise instead of the toy.
Yeah.
Where encountering odor, he knows the problem's going to end. He can only find so much. So then when it comes to knowing, oh, hey, mom's about to put me back in the truck, I don't want to.
That's interesting.
So
I mean, dogs are smart like that. They'll figure it out.
So smart.
It's funny you say that. There was a guy, he was doing Frisbee, and he said at competitions, he tells the guys to not have the boop, boop, boop.
They know.
The dog hears it.
They know.
Takes off. He will not recall whenever he hears that, because they know the game is over. So, and that's funny that you say that. This dog is teaching you a whole new level of patience, I assume.
Yes, and how important it is to be consistent and, putting in the effort. Because I've been pretty lucky throughout my career. I've had dogs that have taught me, that have been in a dog team, or, 6 or 7 year old dog that they've had a couple handlers. They've been spun up on detection and patrol work, and it's the handler kind of leash holder on there. Some of them. Some of them, they just know it because they've had somebody else put in the effort.
Yeah.
So with this one, it's very different for myself. So each dog, you know, they're all different. Every dog that I've worked has had a different issue, different ticks, different ways you have to train. Because they're not all the same.
They are not. And that's what you got to keep in mind, people. If just because you see a dog on the internet that looks like your dog, they're going to have two completely different personalities. And you have to make the dog in front of you the best dog that you can be. And do not get into the habit of comparing your dog. Because if people are posting videos, you know, besides us, they're going to doctor it. They're only going to post the good stuff. I'm just messing, guys. But people are posting their highlights of these dogs. And you don't know how many times it took them to get this 10-second video of their dog doing it. It may took them 2 months. And they make it, oh, this is the first time my dog is... It's usually not the first time the dog has seen a scenario, especially if the dog goes and flies through it and does everything perfect. So there's no such thing as a perfect dog. You can get your dog to a certain level, and there's always going to be some things that you still have to go back and work on. It's just like working out. If you don't use it, you're going to lose it. So remember about being consistent, being patient, taking your time,
Yes.
and develop the bond. Is there anything else that somebody would need to know if they're trying to get into the dog world?
There are going to be bad days. There will be bad days. You'll have bad days. Your dog will have bad days.
And what do you do on those bad days?
Don't take it out on your dog. If you get frustrated or your dog gets frustrated,
Stop.
woosah.
Stop.
Woosah. Yep. Don't keep pushing because then it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. It's going to be a downward spiral.
Yep.
So-
And we have all been there. She's probably speaking from personal experience, and she's preaching to the choir over here. And on those days, it's better to do nothing than to do something that's actually going to hurt the relationship with you and your dog. So, as always, I appreciate you
Of course.
taking the time out of your
Yeah.
busy day. You guys stay tuned, stay safe, stay sharp, and just take care of your dog.
Jamil, J Kid on all social media platforms. It's my first time doing an interview. Me and Sleepy met about 2 weeks ago. He good people, so we're gonna see how this one go. So introduce yourself. How you got into the dog world?
All right, my name is Antonio Gordon. Antonio Sleepy Gordon on Facebook. Over the Top K9 on Instagram. And the way I got into K9s, I always liked dogs, so I found a mentor, Ed Reyes K9 in Chuliola, Florida, and I went from there.
What was the first dog you started with?
German Shepherd.
German Shepherd.
Yes.
How old was it when you got it?
Well, actually, I started with a German Shepherd that didn't want to do it, so I talked to Ed. He said, I got you, so I went and bought a female Shepherd, and I started like 14 years ago. And
What was it that, what did you start training her with? Was it obedience first, protection?
it was a mixture of obedience and protection.
How far did you take her?
I took her to do a PDC and PSA, and that was it. And then I got another Shepherd, went to the level 1s with him, and then I started decoying before then. My mentor said, do you want to get bit? I said, yeah, and it was all she wrote.
So you do protection and obedience. What kind of decoy work do you do?
Well, I do personal protection, I do Schützen, IGP, I do PSA, got my own PSA club in Jacksonville.
What's the name of your club?
K904 PSA. Yeah.
So do you have any personal dog right now that you have with PSA, like what the highest level you got in PSA with one of your personal dogs?
My personal dog, we're going for our level 1 in December for PSA. So working towards that right now.
Let me slide my microphone. There we go. All right.
Yeah, we're going for our level 1 in December. So he should pass. You know, dogs,
How old is that one?
he's 3.5.
3.5. So how far are you planning to go?
I plan on taking him to the 3s because not many Shepherds in PSA level 3s, mostly Malleys and stuff like that. So I want to be a little different.
So are you already going to stick with Shepherds, or you got a plan to get like a different breed? Or?
I'm a Shepherd man for life. I had Malleys, I done had Dutchies, Corsos. I'm a Shepherd man.
Shepherd man.
Yeah, I love them.
So what's one of your favorite dogs that you train this day that you proud to put your name on right now?
What's now?
The dog that which one of your favorite dogs that you train that you proud to put your name on right now, that whenever somebody asks about a dog, you can bring that one up?
The dog actually I'm competing with today. I bred him, helped train him. We do all the personal protection work, PSA and stuff, and he's still able to work with me, even though he bite me all the time.
So that's
Very
good.
clear-headed.
So this is your first time down here at Space Coast.
Yes, sir.
You plan on coming back next year with one of your personal dogs? Or?
Definitely. I'm planning on coming with the Shepherd. I never did no obstacles and stuff with him, so not too many. So I just wanted to come with a dog that's a little bit more complete.
So what's your expectations today for your run?
First, second, or third. Somebody told me I only got 2 spots, second or third, but I'm going for first, second, or third.
And so the dog you bringing on today is one of your client's dogs. It was one of your dogs, but it's your client dog. So
Yes, a client dog, good friend.
So do you think next year y'all both will compete?
Yeah, I already told her that we finna work. You know what I'm saying? She finna get in shape. She can do it now, but she wanna, if we compete, we compete. So
what's your future goals in the dog world? Like, do you want to stay where you're at right now? Do you got plans on going further?
I sell a couple police dogs here and there, personal protection dogs here and there.
So the plan is to train them up, sell them?
Yeah, train them up, sell them, and see where that goes. And I do pet dogs, so that's where the money is. So.
All right. So when it comes to working dogs, what do you look for when you training a working dog? When somebody first come to you, what's the first thing you look for in that dog?
I look for them to.
So I'll say, first one is, what do you look for if they want a protection dog, not a sport dog?
I look for the dog want to do it. If they want to do it, we can work with it. Like my sport dogs, the way I like to train, protect your owner. They can do titles anytime because obedience is obedience.
Yeah.
Like, if I tell you to go bite the person, go bite them. If I tell you to come back, come back. If I tell you to heel, figure 8, whatever, we can go do a PSA title.
So if somebody come to you and they don't really got the dog that can get to the level that they want or they think their dog can get to, would you tell them hey, I don't think this is?
I tell them hey, it's not a high caliber, but I work with anybody.
Yeah.
It's a bull terrier, Boston terrier in the group that do better than most dogs. So I work with anybody. As long as the dog come out, I work with them.
Oh. Mike, good? So
yeah, I work with any dog.
So when it comes to a sport dog, so do you train both sport and protection on the same level, or?
To a certain extent, yeah. Like personal protection, you got to do certain scenarios for them. But as long as they know the obedience and they can work, they work. Like the dog I'm competing with today, he's a sport dog, but he'll bite you, and I can tell him to be friendly with you, and he'll be friendly with you.
So do you like more of the suit work, sleeve work?
I love the suit work. I love suit work. Hidden sleeve too, to test it out, and muzzle work to
which
definitely
one do you
top
think,
it out.
Which one do you think is more important, the suit or the sleeve?
Like hidden sleeve?
Yeah, you can do hidden sleeve.
Yeah, like hidden sleeve for like personal protection and stuff, so it look more natural, real.
Yeah.
Suit work, you got to do the suit just to build a dog and stuff, but once they know, like you got, if it's personal protection, you got to take it away a little bit.
Have you ever done any muzzle stuff?
Yeah, I do muzzle stuff. Like that's the last thing that I do. Make sure the dog, like, hey, go after the man. Safest way to do it.
Yeah.
Have a muzzle on, and you got nothing but yourself.
Two things you would tell somebody that's trying to get into the dog world.
So 2 things you would tell somebody that's trying to get into the dog world.
Go visit a club, either IGP, PSA, regular personal protection club. Go visit before you buy a dog. If you already have a dog, visit and see, test it out. And second thing, be consistent. Very consistent, because if you're not consistent, your dog's not going to go far.
It's not going to happen in a week. It's not going to happen.
Definitely. You got to, hey.
Like a lot of people come out and they see a almost finished dog and they say, I want that.
I want that. Yeah,
And
that's lifelong.
and
As
they
long as
don't
the
know
dog living, you got to train them.
if that dog is 3 years old, that dog been training for 3 years.
Yeah, it's 3 years old training.
So I think, man, that's it.
That's it.
We're going into that. This is my first time doing an interview.
Mine too. So
Appreciate you being my first interview.
you did good. So
Appreciate
hey.
it. Y'all just take care of dogs.